Chapter 380. Albert had always dreamt of getting Emma's body. After all, Emma was known as the #1 beauty in Ores Hill. Moreover, she really deserved this title. She was really the best of the best. Now, this almost perfect woman would become his soon. This made him feel very excited. Elaine, who was standing next to Emma, looked at Albert with a look of disbelief. Didn't Albert say that he wanted to apologize to Emma before confessing his love for her? What was going on now? Elaine hurriedly stepped forward before she stopped him and said, "Albert, what's going on? That isn't what you told me. Stop talking." The expression on Albert's face changed before he kicked Elaine to the ground immediately. After that, he sneered before he said, "Did you really think that I'd asked you to call your daughter over here just so I could confess my feelings to her? Become your son-in-law? You must be daydreaming." After that, he continued speaking with an icy expression on his face. "Do you really think that a snobbish and materialistic person like you would be worthy enough of being my mother-in-law? Let me tell you. I just want Emma, and I'm not the only one interested in Emma. My father is interested in her too." At this time, Henry came over with a pistol in his hand and he smiled before he said, "Son, you're only half right. I'm not only interested in Emma, but I'd also like to sleep with Elaine. I love women who are still so charming even at this age." Elaine's face turned pale immediately. She was so frightened and she blurted out, You can't do this. This is against the law." "Who cares about the law?" Albert asked as he cursed out loud. "The only reason why we called you two here today isn't just because we intend to rape both of you, but we're also going to call Alex over here so we can shoot him to death. That piece of trash. Who gave him the right to break my leg? I'm going to shoot him right in his head in front of both of you." Elaine cried out in fright at this time. "Albert, that's your personal grievance with Alex, so why are you taking it out on us? This has nothing to do with us. I don't care what you do to Alex, but please just let us go now, okay?" "Let you go?" Albert said contemptuously. "You must be dreaming. Today, neither you nor Emma will be leaving this villa." Elaine continued crying as she said, "Albert, I know that you aren't a bad person. The only reason you're acting this way is because Alex broke your leg. I'm begging you, please just let me leave with Emma and you can do whatever you want to Alex. Okay?" "I'm not a bad person," Albert laughed as he squatted down and stared right at Elaine's horrified face before he smiled and said, "To tell you the truth, the reason why you and your husband, Trump, got into an accident the other day was because of me. I paid the truck driver $400,000 to deliberately run a red light so that he would ram right into Trump's BMW. This was the reason why he became a paraplegic." Emma felt very angry as soon as she heard Albert's words. She blurted out immediately, "Albert, why did you do that? What have my parents ever done to you?" Albert laughed before he said, "Your parents did not offend me, but I did it because I like you. I like you, but you refuse to even look at me. I like you, but you refuse to give me a chance. Since you're so stubborn and arrogant, then I have no choice but to create opportunities for myself." After that, he continued speaking, "If I did not forcefully cause your dad to end up in that state, I would not have been able to get a doctor to treat your father. If I did not get someone to treat your father, how would I possibly be able to win your favor and finally be able to sleep with you?" "Hey," Albert sighed as he gritted his teeth and said, "It's really a pity though. The doctor could do nothing for your father, and at the end of the day, that piece of trash Alex actually got someone to treat and cure your father instead. Otherwise, you would have already become my woman. All of this is Alex's fault. He ruined all of my plans. He is also the one who asked Don Steven to throw me out of the window. That's the reason I broke my leg. I must exact my revenge on Alex today." Emma yelled at Albert at this time, "Albert Warner, aren't you afraid of retribution at all?" "Retribution?" Albert asked as he smiled. "It's okay. As long as I get to sleep with the most beautiful woman in Ores Hill, I don't care if I am struck to death by thunder and lightning. However, before that happens, I'll have to enjoy myself first.